Well, greetings of peace, people. Welcome to episode 45 of Fallout 4 War for the Commonwealth. We continue to, you know, do the railroad mission underground undercover. And this is a long mission. This is a long ass mission that we really need to complete. Okay, but before I go back to this,
city is under opposition control.
yes, I know. It is already, I can guarantee you that the mayor is a synth.
Excellent work. On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
Is that it?
even possible?
Hopefully, Patriot's core escape plan will scale up. If it can't, well, we'll deal with it as it comes. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Z1 seems capable of that.
We always thought Patriot was the savior of the synths. But it may be more accurate to say that Z1 is. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't be certain how committed he is. If he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him and then cut him loose. Good luck. We're all with you.
All right. So the okay, 408. So what I would just like to ask is that this underground undercover, okay, so we just go on. Instant transmission.
Bringing that rogue synth.
Oh. Well, why is it that there are two? Okay, there are two.
We must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I have made arrangements. I can get the 13 discussed into position. But, tell me, do you think Mr. Benet's plan will work?
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone. But synths will have to fight for it.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was too ambitious. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. And I know of a few others that might as well. But enough to face all the guards? Perhaps if we stand up openly to the scientists, more of my people would join us. Yes. Even if most don't join the fight, Certainly there are many others who have been waiting their whole lives for this. But we should be prepared for some of the synths to fight against us.
You won't be alone. The railroad will fight with you.
Together, we have a chance. I admire Mr. Beignet a great deal. We can't tell him about this plan. It's his people we'll be fighting.
Of course.
I'll talk to my friends. Meet me here tomorrow. If I don't make our appointment, assume the worst.
Alright. I'll give that guy a day. Now I have to talk to Mr. Benet.
You get me what we talked about, and I'm in business.
Liam, I got your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming, even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, I need a favor. Z-114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update? It's safer if you do it.
Now the question is,
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
yep. Where's my room? Carlin? Ayo. I guess I'm on the other side.
Quentin is such a liar. How'd he know what the surface is like? He's never been up there.
Good evening.
Remember, health and happiness go hand in hand.
You know, this is the you know, the room of father, the Sean.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the facilities division immediately.
And where the heck is my room? Alright, since I'm gonna give him a day, pasok. Thank you. Is it possible? Okay, I think I'm just gonna give him a day, so gonna visit him at 9 o'clock in the evening. So right now I'm going to sleep at Pinch Farm. So obviously, you know, this is really time consuming because hey, we're trying to get the platinum trophy for this absolute gorgeous game. So this is an alternate timeline where we choose to, where we will choose to do the side quest of the well, the main quest of the institute and the railroad. So okay, let's give him 24 hours. Somerville Place is under attack. Okay. Alright, I apologize, Somerville Place, but you know, in my latest upload, you know, the Save 407, you know, you're gonna be the first. Um, yes, you're gonna be the first settlement that I will try to upgrade because you've been subjected to a lot of attacks. You know, the southern part of this map, really, they have the most aggressive monsters, and I like it.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Well, right now the institute are composed of scientists.
Ask my
Okay.
friends if they take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting begins, many others will join us. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we have weapons. A lot of them. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately, we're missing a few critical ingredients.
I'm listening.
What ingredients?
Gunpowder, laser focusing crystals, and a couple other things.
Go on.
The Institute's always expanding. Excavation just completed on one of the sublevels. The mining equipment has been packed into crates and they haven't been moved yet. That equipment has everything we need. Thanks to Mr. Binet, the construction crew is populated solely by my friends. But they're under constant supervision. How do you feel about killing some guards?
I'll do it.
Do it.
Thank you. After you eliminate the guards, we'll move the supplies and blow up the tunnels behind us. To the SRB, it will be a tragic construction accident that killed many synths. Rare, but not unheard of. And then, our dead friends can assemble the weapons we need. Good luck.
Okay. So we have a quick save here. Hey, El Paso de Amigo. Okay, I really need to be careful here because I'm raising havoc within the institute. Movement detected. Oh, hey, El Caso de Amigos. Wow. Boom! Wow.
Tell Z1, we will fight when the time comes. Now that we have weapons, next time you will not fight alone.
Remember Z1's plan, everyone. Grab everything we can use. The crates, especially.
Alright, just that was an interesting development. Do I have blood? Well, no one here has really had any idea.
Identity. Clearance confirmed.
Whew! I thought they're onto me. Hey, what's up?
Done your part, and we'll do ours. Weapon construction will begin immediately.
This is a good start.
The greatest challenge remaining is keeping all of this secret from the SRB. So we're being very careful, which unfortunately takes time. For now, please continue working with Father. We can't afford for him to grow suspicious. When my people are ready, I will contact you.
Alright, continue working with Father. So, as of now, everything is going according to plan. $409 and $410. Okay. Okay. So this save point 410 will also be the point where I will choose to, you know, it's time to work and speak with Father in the Battle of Bunker Hill.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
I look forward to assisting you further.
Okay, let's be presentable to our, you know, son. Ah,
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
That's a loaded question. What's been stolen from you?
Institute property is not often taken from us. We cannot react lightly when it happens. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
what happened?
What happened? What have they done?
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where's the
Where are
location?
the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna inform the Railroad so that Desdemona and the others can, you know, can do some defense in the Bunker Hill.
Contact Dr. Amari. She'll have more details on the route.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
How bad
How
is
much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. That's why we put so many eggs in one crowded basket to begin with. So what would we lose? 4 synths, Stockton, some of our best agents, and the inevitable civilian casualties? No, not this time. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
With me working the inside angle, this is doable.
We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone, and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a courser escort. You'll have to take them down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Like you said, I've done it before.
It's a risk, but it's one we have to take.
this
Get it
is
done.
okay. So in this, for this you know, mission, I'm gonna use the slow-mo. Okay. So Bunker Hill is here. Okay. We do not need to fast travel.
The DIA cache, right? Tom's dying to talk to you about it.
Alright, that's a cursor. Is that the cursor? Nope. Just a provisioner. What's up?
Hey, X4.
I've been waiting for you.
What's the situation?
What's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible.
Okay. So where is this? We have to fast travel and just say that we have been ambushed. And I think the
Not going to last long in all this radiation.
the thing that we're trying to get here is that for the Institute to remain friendly to us, we're gonna inform, Sean.
Someone there?
Engaging hostile life form.
Where is Sean?
Actuator.
Well, he's outside. Well, it is indicated that we have to go inside, so it's just that I am sometimes confused with the location of the mark. So we have to go upstairs.
Time to die!
When you had a head start. You know, I used to be an adventurer like you.
I'll make this quick.
Until I put an arrow to the knee. What the heck is Sean doing here in the first place?
Haven't had enough? This is a joke.
The Commonwealth!
Is what? In the knee. Alright. Where do we have access for the top floor? Where the heck is Sean? You know, the indicator here is very confusing because there are two indicators here. One is for dealing with the rogue scenes, and the other direction is, you know, the direction to Father Sean. But okay, let's look at this. Maybe this is it. Alright, it appears that this is it, folks. Hoping you're enjoying episode 45, Bips. Ah, yes. There's the stupid... Oh, there's Sean.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
They left me
They left
frozen.
me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject.
What the heck are you
It only
talking
made
about?
sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So you let me
So
out.
it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive?
Well,
Perhaps most curious to me,
my character has
Would you-
only killed 8,000, you know.
after all this time, attempt to find me. And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. It's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
Ambush.
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on.
That is
I will
beyond
refrain
me.
from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
All right. So, underground undercover still here. Okay, it was, I believe the plan was executed perfectly. The institute as well as the okay, let's just first, the institute and the railroad is still on good terms with us, so just gonna go to Pinch Farm, gonna try to put on some good suits. I'm gonna go to an in so we have episode 44 and 45.
I wonder how long my systems will endure these rugged conditions.
44 and 45 to depict the institute as well as the railroad's missions.
Start collecting.
Or should I just go Godfather over them?
Antiques.
Oh well, folks, so we're gonna go with the institute, the meeting. So mankind redefined. I think that's just a yeah. I want to record this mission here in episode 45.
From what I hear, that rogue scent at Libertalia is a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
What's going on?
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
What's going on?
My daddy says your father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Well, the cursors, they smells.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Yes.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes. Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What the heck is Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too long, we've been dependent on others. On our surroundings. That time is over.
What do you
Phase
mean?
3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
Well, that's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yet, well, he is gone.
Killed by
While
me.
I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate.
Exactly.
Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr.
What's
Holdren,
happening?
It is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
Ah,
Please,
okay.
everyone, please.
So that may
I'm
be the
sorry.
reason.
This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
That may be the reason why.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
My compliments on getting B592 back to us so quickly.
Well, I'm stunned. Now I know why you know, unlocked me in that vault.
Let your surroundings be a reminder of what science and willpower can accomplish.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do
the
it.
job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Okay, we got the trophy Mankind Redefined. Well, I'm stunned. I'm just stunned. Sean is dying. Okay, let's just have a save. Where will we save this? Okay, we still got underground undercover. We're still okay with the railroad and the institute. Well, the other... okay. So this mass fusion will make
Father's
us
more than just our leader. He is our creator.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the details. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Okay. So this is a very good now I have to decide. Okay, this may be a very serious mission. I need the Terminator 2, the shotgun, and I need to put back the Chidori. Okay, folks. So we got the, you know, the trophy, Mankind Redefined. So that's a very good addition to, you know, this episode 45. Now I'm about to do is I am going to the slug, and hopefully some of the, in this alternate timeline, my Minuteman peeps are not really, you know, well, they're all right. How how did you forget it? Well, in this mass fusion building, I'm not gonna get this. This was I used that Mach 3 Fusion Core X01 T-Pad.
Would have been nicer if this was still a swimming pool.
Oh, enough, McCready. Chidori. Okay, so we're not gonna inform the Brotherhood. So the only way to go here is to have a mass relay, huh? Well, I think this is more powerful than the X01, because this is also an X01 with Mach